And you'll recall that famous phrase from the Lewis and Clark journals when they reached that area. They said, someday there will be a famous Port Kennewick here. And I'm sure if they didn't write it down, I know that's what they were thinking. And now we've had 100 great years with the port. Fifth port that was actually established in the state of Washington, first one in eastern Washington. Congratulations for the first century, and I'm looking forward to the second century. This is a centennial deal. The kind of work you're doing at Clover Island and Spalding Business Park and Vista Field, it is something that shows what local people can do when they put their minds to it with an institution like a port. Now we know what we celebrate in Washington State. It's innovation, creativity, and entrepreneurship, and that's exactly what ports do. And that's why I'm proud to say we have a port here that is leading the state of Washington to show what they can accomplish in economic development. We celebrated in 1915 when it was first established, and we're celebrating it today as a community gem. And I'm glad that our state had the foresight in 1911 to adopt the Port District Act that allowed ports like this to move forward. Now you think about that. There were some farsighted people there that understood that if you empower communities to work together in economic development, really good things can happen. This was an act of foresight, and it's worked out big time. But we know this is just the beginning. It's just a beginning in investment in freight corridors, in waterways, and transportation infrastructure. Now I think, since my first day in office, I've led the effort to pass a transportation package. And I hope you know that we intend to get this job done. We know that having a balanced multimodal investments like the Lewis Street Overpass, the Ridgeline Drive, the Dupertale Bridge, and the Red Mountain Interchange could be great boons for this region. There's no better reason for an interchange than being able to get to Red Mountain Line. Believe me, I think that's a really great idea. So in December, I introduced a plan that would reduce traffic, increase safety, increase the cleanliness of our air, and create 50,000 jobs. Now that was a plan that created a $5.9 billion fund for new construction and economic development and job creation in our state, as well as $80 million for freight mobility projects and $14 million for freight rail. Now it is time for the legislature to finally pass a transportation infrastructure package. And when we do this, this port's going to have an opportunity to deliver products to the world right here from this neck of the woods. So I'm excited about this. I want you to know we've made some real progress on this. As you know, following my efforts, in the last session of the legislature, the House passed a transportation bill. The Senate now has passed a transportation bill. They are substantially similar, which is good news. They both make significant investments. Now, as you know, my secret tactic has worked on getting the Senate to pass a transportation bill. And my secret tactic was, as soon as I came out opposed to a gas tax, they were in favor of a gas tax. So that tactic has worked very well. But I'm looking forward to negotiations now to try to hammer out a final package so we can put people to work and move these products to their destination. Now that we know the leaders and citizens of these cities have demonstrated how communities can come together and get creative to support these services and infrastructure. And I remain optimistic. I also look forward to signing a capital budget that contains investments in the Community Economic Revitalization Board, so we can continue to support economic development in so many ways. And as you know, we have a little change to the CURB board that I hope that the legislature will pass soon that will assure that we get rural areas participation in the CURB investments. So on behalf of 7 million Washingtonians, I want to thank you all for your hard work, for your creativity, for your innovation, and for your confidence in this community in the state of Washington. I'm looking forward to the next century. Lewis and Clark were right. This is a great port. Congratulations. Thanks a lot.